Hello, boys and girls. Welcome back to Batsman's Classic Cars and Comics. What's up, everybody? Sorry for having to channel the comic grit of Castle Hills, but sometimes you just gotta do these things. So sort of lead into this video with showing you the Man-Thing #1, and I believe this was his first standalone series, and you'll understand later why I'm showing this book. But the key thing about this book, besides being a really cool Bruner cover, is that it's the second appearance of Howard the Duck, and it's from 1974. So got some cool books here. Got a complete run of books off of eBay for about $110 or somewhere right in there. But got the complete run of it, which is a really cool book. You'll understand that shortly. And then also I got a graded book that's going to be in this. We're sort of focusing just on two main characters though. So this is a whole new realm for me, if you will. So sit back, relax, enjoy the video. Don't forget to smash the like button. If you're not subscribed to me, subscribe. I don't get a whole lot of views, but that doesn't mean that I'm not putting out quality content, okay? I just,
There's just something majestic about a fire.
And the way it says... So, the first book I have is Savage Tales #11, and we're just sort of gonna, pull in this whole little run, if you will, but really cool cover. All these are pretty much painted covers, I believe. I am not, by any shape of the imagination, an expert on these books. I'm just not. But another really cool Khazar, I believe is how you pronounce that. I've seen him in other books, like I want to say Khazar got his first appearance maybe like in an X-Men book, or maybe his updated appearance coming in an X-Men book. I'm not sure. Please don't rake me over the coals on not knowing a whole lot of that, but these are just some really cool covers. So we had 11, 10, and now this is number 9. All of these are focused around Khazar. Shanna the She-Devil. I've known a few She-Devils myself. That was number 8. Number 7. Risque, man. Number 6. Now this one we see Conan the Barbarian and Khazar. This next book, this is a Neil Adams cover. That's sort of the significance of this book, if you will, is that it's a classic painted cover by Neil Adams, and the interior black and white pencils are by Neil Adams as well. Really just a cool cover. You can see that fixing to go to town on this guy, and we're fixing to go full. And that's just how it's going to roll, So, not in the greatest of shapes. I haven't cleaned this or pressed it or anything, but still a really cool Neil Adams cover. This is number 3. Some of y'all know what's coming. You're familiar with this run, and you know what's about to be dropped on you. But I'll be honest with you. These books that I've just bought, this is something one of my friends, he is really into, and I sort of stole his thunder and sort of went after him myself. And it wasn't intentional. It's just, hey man, you tell me something really cool and I'm gonna go out there and get it. But this is Savage Tales magazine #2. This is the first appearance of Valeria, an expert swordsman, and then Valeria is also to be featured in an upcoming solo series if that hasn't already happened. But I mean, you can see here this girl is she's completely nude, but that smoke and embers coming out of here is sort of covering her rear, and then you can't see what else is going on there, but just a really cool cover. Okay, so some of y'all know what's coming up, and we will get straight to it. It's getting kind of hard to believe things are going to get better. Man, whenever I seen this cover, that's what it, I immediately went to Forgetting Sarah Marshall and Dracula's Lament.
Blood will run down his face when he is decapitated.
But this is Savage Tales #1. This is a pretty good size, key, if you will. It's the first appearance of Man-Thing. So that is the reason that we talked about Man-Thing earlier, was because of this book. And this is his first appearance, okay? It's rumored that Man-Thing is going to get his own show on Hulu. But this is the second title featuring Conan the Barbarian. We'll talk more about that shortly. And this is the first appearance of Ellen Brandt, the individual responsible for Ted Solly's transformation into Man-Thing. Let's look at some interiors on here, because I've cleaned this book and pressed it, and I don't know, this is my first time to ever clean a magazine, but I may end up pressing it again just to get every little defect out of it that I can, send it off for grading, and let it go to work. But I believe I shot some interiors of this book, so let's look at those interiors. Just a really cool cover. So I'm sure, like some of the others that may be watching this video, my first introduction to Conan was the movies. Okay, I still am. I really like Arnold Schwarzenegger, but Predator and Commando, man, that was my jams back in the day. I can't tell you how many times I've watched Predator, but I always sort of liked the Conan movies as well. And the scene that had the biggest lasting impression on me was this scene right here from Conan. Like I said, this is the second appearance of Conan the Barbarian, and I tell you that to show you this. So, this is Conan the Barbarian #1. It's graded at a 4.5 by CBCS. This is the first appearance of Conan in Marvel Comics. The key right there is the first appearance of Conan in Marvel Comics. It's based on the character created by Robert E. Howard. Now, I believe Robert E. Howard created the character Conan the Barbarian back like in the 30s, okay? You got to go back to the Platinum era of comic books to find the first appearance of Conan. I believe I'm correct on that. But this is also the first appearance of King Cole in a cameo. So this book came out in 1970. This is a cool Barry Windsor Smith cover, and then the artwork inside is also Barry Windsor Smith, and then the story is by Roy Thomas. So it's got a lot of really cool things going for it. But I just wanted, once I got the Savage Tales, it just seemed natural that I was going to get out there and get on the hunt for Conan the Barbarian. So like I said, for that complete 1 through 11 run of Savage Tales, I picked that whole run up for about $110. It's a really good deal. And then this book right here, it was about pretty much the same price. It could have been $10 less, somewhere right in there though. So stepping out of my wheelhouse a little bit on this haul and this video, but really glad to add these books to my collection. So thank you very much for watching. Hey, and if you ain't subbed to the Comic Crypts of Castle Hill, man, you need to go sub that dude. He's really cool, and he makes videos on some books that I don't have a whole lot of information on, so it's really cool to see those books and then get a bigger knowledge base. So thank you all very much for watching. Oh man, I got another very rare book. So I'll be really excited to show y'all that video. Plus, I've got another, haul or two coming up with some new stuff that I've grabbed. But anyways, thank y'all very much for watching, and that's all, folks.